It seems as if from this point on, we will be moving deeper into who we are and moving deeper into our dreams. And actually, there's forward momentum moving into our dreams from this point. But anyway, welcome to our sky, our story. My name is Kelita Sahliah. I am a real angel and mother, and I also dabble in crypto. So do make sure you check out my Crypto Angles podcast, where I combine astrology and the crypto market together using some gematria as well. So there's a lot of information in those videos, so do check it out, especially if you are like esoteric type of stuff. But welcome everyone. This is astrology of the sky. So this is not mainstream astrology. If you have come over and you are seeing this, it is different to mainstream astrology because we use the actual visible sky. So these are the luminary placements, and these are where the luminaries will be on the 3rd of December. Okay, we go from Sunday, the day of the sun, to Saturn's day, and yeah, this is where they are. But I always say, do not believe me, do Google it, check for yourself, grab a calendar if you would like, and see for yourself an astronomy app where the luminaries actually are. Because as you can see, we've got Ophiuchus. It's not Sagittarius season yet, it's Ophiuchus. And we also look at the inner child as well. That is the child luminary. So anyway, welcome. My big first announcement is that this calendar, the physical copy of this calendar 2024 to 2025, is now available. So do grab that. Digital and physical copies are available, and treat yourself to a holy days discount for 15% off of the physical calendars. Okay, the digital of this one already has a discount to it, but the digital for this and the physical of both of these, you can treat yourself to 15% off, okay, for the holy days. So do grab it. There's not a lot of these physical ones left, and yeah, there's the digital too. So because this starts in April, I do kind of recommend, if you'd like to treat yourself, to grab this one too, so you can get the end of the months. And we start in April because we go from Pisces, as when we're born, we're birthed through the waters before the fire element Aries kicks in. So we start in April, and as I says, we go off the visible sky. So Aries season doesn't actually start until the middle of April. But yes, do make sure you grab it if you are new to astrology. You've got all the symbolism at the back, so it's a learning resource. You learn symbology, and it's in symbols because our mind recognizes symbols. That's how we remember things. But we've been given like words, but the letters are kind of symbols anyway. And as you can see, we go through more star constellations, not just the 12. So, and this one has the body to zodiac correlation, so feel free to grab that. As you can see, it's all there, so you can you can get that anyway. But let's get started. So if you are new, we go through the if it's the beginning of the month, we go through numerology, then we touch on the transits, and then we go into the moon transits, and then we clarify with some tarot. As you can see, we've got the Wheel of Fortune at the top, and then we come back to the present moment, because the present moment is all that matters. I have already done the December numerology, so feel free to check out my last video for the December numerology. But anyway, let's get into it. I've kind of changed the camera angle. Do let me know if it looks a bit better. But we're in November. We are in November, and we are on... Oh my days, no we're not. No, we are not. We are now in December. We're talking about the December cycle, the first cycle in December. Wow. This is the December photo. But anyway, we're in December, and we're looking at this cycle right here from the 3rd to the 9th. So what's happening with the transits, as you can probably see, but I've missed one on this calendar because it wasn't in this calendar. Is it on the digital? No, it's not. So on the 3rd, anyway, on the 3rd we have why didn't I put this out clearer? But on the 3rd, our inner child is moving from Libra into Scorpio. So we're getting more of that Scorpio energy coming in. And then on the 5th, we have our Mars moving into Ophiuchus. So more of that transformative energy as well, along with Scorpio. And then, as you can probably see on the calendar, we have Neptune on the 6th, stationing direct. So this is where I was talking about with like our dreams and all of that type of stuff. So what am I seeing with this? Basically, my handwriting's a little bit wobbly. It's a little bit wobbly, but child, the inner child, this literally represents our inner child. We are kind of meant to co-create with our inner child, the visions, the dreams, that passion that we had as an inner child. It's like speaking to that, making it actually happen. So your inner child is moving into Scorpio from Libra. So basically what would have been pleasing for your inner child at the moment would have been this balancing type of energy. Excuse me, confirmation burp. But it would have been this balancing energy of you taking out what's in your head from the ether, the mind, and bringing it out into the plane of existence to be weighed. Like, what's the scale? And trying to get that balance, whether that's in your home life, with different relationships. It would have been pleasing and cultivating and nurturing for your inner child. And now, child is moving into Scorpio. So Scorpio represents, is very watery in nature. Scorpio is fueled by, it's fueled by Mars as well as Pluto. So I do want to share that because this is in this calendar. As you can see, we're just skipping to November of 2024, but it makes it clear what luminary fuels which sign. So that's Scorpio, and it's fueled by Pluto as well as Mars. So Scorpio has a lot of death and rebirth qualities in it, and passion as well. So it's like I noticed in mainstream astrology, like they kind of miss the Mars, but it originally was fueled by Mars. But it's just like this passion, this drive that this Scorpio energy has brings about this death and rebirth type of energy, because it's a water sign. Is very deep in nature. And this depth of a Scorpio is often like its vulnerability. It's often what may be seen as vulnerability, but that depth that comes across as vulnerable is really your strength. And it kind of, you can see that vulnerability, you can see your passion and your drive through what makes you vulnerable, but that's like your strength to keep going. So it being a water sign, and it's fueled by Pluto, and Mars is a fire element. It's like that fire and passion within depth as well. So you tapping into who you truly are, you tapping into what you are truly passionate about, will cultivate and nurture your inner child. And again, because this is the child position, the hologram may present a mirror or an opposite or like a barrier in order to do this, because it's going to be like the hologram will be like, will you speak to your inner child? Will you do it or will you not? Basically, will you work with your inner you? Will you work with your inner you? So it will present opportunities, circumstances in the hologram to allow you that opportunity. So this may show up in a way of just like, oh, like a barrier, a block for you to just realize, no, this is my passion, this is my drive with the Mars element in it. And you just going after it will then activate the Pluto element to transform you. Okay, so yeah, so that's kind of what I'm seeing here. It's kind of like from this point on, child enters on the 3rd. It's not in this calendar, but the child placements are in the new one. So it's like from Sunday, essentially, until, how long is it in there till? It's not too long, I don't think. Did I write it on this calendar? No, I wrote it on the downstairs one. It's not in there too long. I feel it moves either into Ophiuchus, if not in December. I'm sure it's December it moves into Ophiuchus. Hold on a moment. Yeah, I don't like not being sure, so I had to get my downstairs calendar. Yep, child moves in on the 14th. So it is only, as I says, Scorpio is the shortest constellation ever. So all of the luminaries stay within Scorpio for the shortest amount of time. They spend more time in Ophiuchus. But this sign is not recognized. But anyway, so we've got like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 12 days of our inner child wanting this depth about you, wanting to see your true passion, your true drive. And it's like that may come from a space of vulnerability. So you may recognize, you may feel like, whoa, whatever has happened in my life, which may be a vulnerable aspect, but really it's like that's your strength, that because that is the thing that will give you the drive, the flame to get you going. So that's that Mars energy. So that's kind of what I'm seeing with your inner child. And I find it amazing how I like to put the inner child in there, because it all synchronizes. All of these transits, this cycle literally synchronize. But then we've got Mars moving into Ophiuchus. So our Mars element is active anyway, with our inner child going into Scorpio. So we've got that fire passion element that may has been coming up for you. I always say take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but observe, has this happened in your life? Go back, just observe, think, and contemplate. Has it been happening? Because Mars is moving from Scorpio anyway. So when it comes to this drive and your passion, just alone, that fire flame element in you, you may have been recognizing that. You may have been recognizing your weaknesses or your failings or things like that. And then you realize, like, no, I'm going to continue and going to get it done. If that has like happened to you, that could have been like the Mars technology activating. I do see this all as technology, by the way, that runs on autopilot. Like astrology is highly advanced technology. So this fire and passion element anyway of Mars is now going into Ophiuchus. The sun is in Ophiuchus, so quite naturally our ego, which is the sun, will operate through this Ophiuchus lens. And now our drive and our passion is entering into this Ophiuchus energy as well. So Ophiuchus is known as the serpent bearer and the healer and transmutator of energy. It is part of the 8th house with Scorpio, but if you notice the symbology, and there are going to be videos being released out talking in depth about the symbols because it means a lot, but this is the sine wave. He's holding the snake, but it's also the sine wave. So it's like it's energy. That's the sine wave is where energy travels along. So it's like we've got this healing and transmutation of energy to transform our energy. It's linked to magnesium within the periodic table. So I will just say right about now, I feel it's very important to keep up your magnesium intake during these winter dark seasons where seeds are planted. Because if you look at nature, it's in the darkness. You put the seed in the darkness and then it grows in spring. Okay, even though we kind of plant closer to spring, but ultimately on the big hologram, this world, we are planting our seeds now and it's just in the darkness. Okay, so this is where the transformation happens. It goes from that seed that hasn't been it's just a dry seed, and then it begins to transform under the dirt, doesn't it, before it actually pops up. So this is the transformation of transmutating and changing that energy from something stagnant into life that can grow, into you being able to have more capacity, basically. So we're operating through that lens of transformation, so you're able to have more capacity when it leads to your dreams and the depth of who you are. All right. And then our drive and our passion now is moving in the same way. Is moving in that way to truly transform you, to have that capacity to be who you are ready to be. All right, with this transmutation of energy, this could also come out externally through healing. So you may be just a bit more drawn to your health at the moment. So you're able to just do more, whether physical health, mental health, and even just this transformative perspective. So people may be learning about different things. Ophiuchus, because it is hidden and it's not really recognized, you may be drawn to more things that, especially if you are watching this video, because my videos aren't for everyone. I do see that because of my wisdom, you know. But you may be drawn to more things that aren't quite widely accepted. You may be drawn to that, and do keep your awareness at the possibility of you may not even feel seen or accepted or understood at this time, especially how you are transforming your energy. So if you do feel like that, it's okay. We're going through the season. We are going through the season. It's fine. The people who do see you will. But do keep that in mind as well. But our drive and our passion is really moving towards transforming our energy so we have that capacity to be what we are ready to be. And it's like in that transformation energy, we may be picking up like, tapping into the depths really of who we are. Tapping into that depths, knowing our vulnerability, and it's like having awareness to that aspect of you will bring even more about this transformation that your drive and your passion and your ego is operating through. All right, and then moving on to the Neptune stationing direct, and it's stationing direct in Aquarius. It's not gone deep into Aquarius because Neptune is a slower moving luminary, but it has just moved out of Pisces momentarily, and confirmation burp. And it's just picking up some of these Aquarian energies, and it stations direct, and it does move back into Pisces in the next cycle. Okay, so it's like it's literally just finishing off these last little Aquarian bits. And as I mentioned in my last video, it links to Saturn because we are spending most of our time in this Aquarian energy on like how to give, kind of like how to give your unique ideas, being sociable, networking. And if you feel like you haven't been like networking or that much sociable, that's also okay, because we are in the 7 universal year, which is about yourself. It's about self-growth and yourself. So if you've kind of wanted to do so much and you just haven't, only met up with people here and there, that's fine. That will change as we go into 2024. Okay, we will literally be more sociable. But yeah, so it's kind of like what I'm seeing more than the social aspect. I feel that will kick in more to the end of the year going into 2024. But it may have been more of this, like you probably felt a little bit more secluded, working on yourself because you're in this Aquarian energy of your unique ideas. So this could come up in any way, any form. This could be like, a unique idea I've got for a project I'd like to do at work, or this is my unique idea in terms of a career path, and you'd like to give back this humanitarian type of Aquarian energy of giving, because he's the water bearer. It's all about giving. Or whether this is your own business, you may have just been like very secluded in it because you're working on how am I going to do this. And now with Neptune stationing direct in Aquarius, as it was slowly just retrograding in it for just a few days, it hasn't been long. It's like when it comes to Neptune, we're very like Neptune is the deepest part of you, is how you can reach your deepest depths. And so this is kind of linking to this Scorpio energy with our inner child. So it's all about the deepest depths of you. It covers your dreams, your intuition, and it's very feminine, and it can be delusional. Reason being because it doesn't recognize separation from anything. It is connected to everything. So no matter whatever your dream is, no matter how deep you want to go, Neptune's like, okay, yes, we can do it. It's possible. It will show you things in the hologram. Like, I'm not going to lie, I've been practicing telekinesis. I am on the part of still using a bit of air force with it. However, it moves from energy, and it's like you've got so many people who have been like, oh, it's just wind, you can't do that, like so many, but I know that I can. And the hologram has literally just shown me more things that I can. So that's how it will work. That's how life works, the hologram. But anyway, that was just like a little personal thing. This could be your dreams, your goals, and what you feel is possible for you to, because it has been retrograding, you may have just felt contracted as well in terms of your dreams, your goals, and how you can actually reach the depth of you. But as it's stationing direct, that contraction, that slowing down or stagnation is pausing, because we would have dotted the I's and crossed the T's. I said that right this time. But we would have do it, meaning that we've put the things in place for this forward momentum now, to actually then move forward in tapping into the deepest element of you and moving more towards your actual dreams. So it does cover dreams, like when you're going to sleep, but your dreams and your visions as well. Like, again, I've had some visions, and I thought, how is this gonna be during this retrograde? But I feel I've also been doing things that are necessary to potentially bring this vision to fruition. And again, this may be just so wild to some people, your visions, your dreams. But ultimately, Neptune knows it's a possibility. It's the trident. Trident has so much power. So it's a very powerful luminary. So I will just say, if you have had any particular visions that are personal to you, if you your dreams, your goals, which you'd like to reach, basically, if no one understands that it's for them business, they don't need to. Just know, you need to know that it's possible, and forward momentum is now happening in it. So I do feel that these dreams, and even if you've had any visions, dreams, and your actual life dream, like what you'd like to live out, and how you could reach to that depth of you, is definitely linked to this Aquarian energy, because Saturn is in here as well. So I will say, trust yourself when it comes to any of your unique ideas. I'll just put that as the umbrella, because that could come out in any form: business, how you want to be with your family, how you want to be at work. But any unique idea that you'd like to do. For example, I also homeschool, and I have my own ideas when it comes to that. So yeah, and I do feel this just all synchronizes together. So we've got how we're reaching the true depth of who we are, how we're truly reaching our dreams and our vision when we're in the dream realm, and how we're bringing that into physical manifestation with the power of the trident, is aligning up with our natural drive and our passion, getting ready to transform. So it's like, even when it comes to the drive and your passion that you have about your unique ideas, this Aquarian energy, it's transforming. So you have the energetic capacity to like hold that data and live it out. Okay, as I says, I see it all as technology, and our inner child, what we co-create with continually. So it's like, if we ignore the inner child, we're ignoring that aspect of us. So it's kind of like that as well is reaching its own depths. It's recognizing what was vulnerable, what was probably just a big fail, it could have been, but really recognize that that actually was your greatest strength. And it's like your inner child is also, because in Scorpio, it's picking up this Mars energy of this drive and this passion, which will transform us all. It will transform to hold this capacity to then reach our dreams, our the depth of who we are, to live this out. And I feel it's a lot about the Aquarian energy, your unique idea. You are getting ready to have the capacity to truly live out that unique idea you've had in your head for time, that unique idea you've potentially been working on for time. And especially if you've been working on something and you feel like, oh, nothing's really happened, what's happening? I feel we are transforming to be able to hold that data, to then experience that in our reality. So that's what I'm seeing there with I'll put that there so you can actually see the child moving. It's my downstairs calendar. It's all over the house. But yes, moving on to the moon phases now. I'll do the moon in a different color. So the moon, we start off in Leo on the day of the sun. So we will be in Leo. And then on the 6th, so on Wednesday, we then have, we're just going to write it here. We then have a Virgo. Oh, my writing's not the best. Moon. And then Virgo is the largest star constellation, so it stays in there for time. It stays in there for time. And then we have a Libra moon on the 9th, coming in at about 8 p.m. GMT. So it is in Virgo for the most of the part, and Leo, it's like it's Virgo, and then Leo is they're the two largest, but Virgo's definitely bigger. So anyway, the moon being the mover of our emotions, it gets our energy our energy moving from any emotion, any feeling, any intuitive thought, intuitive feeling, any gut feeling and things like that. So it will spark up an emotion like happy, sad, angry, passionate. Mars energy, passionate. It will spark that emotion, and then from that emotion your energy then begins to move, and then you act. You do an act on the world stage, because the world is a stage, and from that act experiences, your ego then draws experiences to you, or the luminaries, these energies will draw experiences to you. So whether that's Pluto bringing it to you, Mercury, Mars, could be any one of them, but you see it through the lens of your ego. So whether that you combine it with your own ego sign, sun sign, as well as where it's transiting, and that's how the moon and sun work together. Okay, the moon brings on the movements, and the sun sees that through its lens. So the moon, anyway, it is starting out in Leo. So Leo is very confident in nature, it's bold, it's assertive, it's fueled by the sun. So it is fueled by the sun. So the moon's probably not the best place in Leo. It's probably not the best place, but because the moon is water, however, it's fueled by the sun, and oftentimes this boldness, this assertiveness, it all comes from the heart center. So Leo energy can be just like, this is who I am, like period, point blank, this is who I am. But it's like this confidence, this boldness, how you just shine, it literally comes from the heart center, which is green. So you can really trust the boldness. You may be a bit overconfident at times, but I say it goes sometimes you have to be. So what I'm kind of seeing is the way our emotions and our energy may be moving us from Sunday up until Wednesday. Our emotions may feel confident in who we are and the decisions we made, kind of like what we're doing, etc., etc. So I feel this definitely aligns with who's going to be up in there till the 6th. So all of these transits would have happened. So I feel it definitely aligns the way our emotions are moving us. It's aligning with this Scorpio energy of recognizing, like, this is who I am, this is my passion. It could have been a weakness at some point. It's showing a bit of vulnerability, but that's actually my strength. So your emotions are in support with this. And again, moving confidently, boldly, assertively. So you may just feel just like, yeah, how your emotions move you may cause you to act in a confident way. And I feel this confident way, this bold, assertive way on how your emotions are moving you, just brings about reaching you to your depths, helping your inner child, brings about this transformation, and then also tapping into how your dreams are beginning to move forward in momentum. And then after that we are switching into a third quarter moon. Okay, so as our drive and our passion is getting ready to move in this transformative way, we are switching from the moon being fully illuminated to it being a no moon, new moon in the sky. So when it's illuminated, your emotions are moved more on just basically just feelings, just like, yeah, I'm just doing that anyway. But from this point on, our logic and reason is coming in, and that's going to take more of the front seat. So your emotions will move you more in a way that's more logical and rational, rather than this is just how I feel, I'm just going to say it and do it type of thing. And I find it interesting because as we're moving into this logical and rational way, like the day after it switches, then on the 5th, the day after, the moon enters into Virgo. So it's like Virgo is very analytical anyway, earth sign, so she moves a little bit slower because she's looking at all the details. Virgo, often the mythology, she just wants to give her love in the best way, so that's why she looks at all the details, she looks at every angle, doesn't leave any stone unturned. And yeah, she's great at analyzing, looking at the true intentions of everyone and everything, looking at all the details basically. So I feel that our emotions are then moving into this taking our time in this more logical way, paying attention to all the details of what we need to, especially when it comes to moving forward with the depth of who we are within this Aquarian energy, because we're still spending time, as Saturn is time in Aquarius. Our emotions are moving us in a logical way on how to act in regards to this transformation and reaching the depth of who we are, which will bring us to our visions, our dreams. Okay, so I will say as well, I didn't mention, do pay attention to your dreams lately and any visions that come up. Pay attention to it, especially whilst it's in this Aquarian energy. So up until the 12th of December, do pay even more attention, because I feel it will give you keys to how you're just going to be spending your time and how you're going to give this Aquarian energy, how you're going to fuel your unique idea basically. And I feel your emotions, your feelings about this will be moving in a logical way on how you're actually going to transform and hold this capacity. And then we will be spending the majority of the cycle in this Virgo analytical type of energy. Yeah, we will. And then it will move into Libra. So Libra, and it will start in Libra definitely for our next video. But Libra, it's about, as I mentioned, child is moving from Libra. Lilith is in Libra, so we do have Libra energy lingering. However, Libra is about creating balance ultimately in anything, but it's creating balance of the idea of what is in your head. And once that idea from the ether, your mind, comes out like a bubble, creating balance, and it's being weighed on the scales, like, is there balance with that? So it's like our emotions will be moving us in a way of like, how can I bring balance to this? How can is this thing of balance? Should they even be on the scale? Like, sometimes I do always say, is something worth being on the scale or not? And I feel our emotions are moving us in a logical way, as we've got Lilith in there too. I'm kind of seeing you're passionate about how you want to bring about this balance, and your emotions are going to move you in a logical way. However, though you've got this passion, Lilith can represent external noise from the hologram to keep you suppressed in that area. So if you feel like oh, there hasn't been certain balance in certain areas because the hologram is just creating illusions. Your emotions are going to move you in a logical way so you can act in a certain way at the beginning of next cycle, end of this cycle, beginning of next. Act in a true way to draw in experience to create that balance. And it's like from that experience that you draw into yourself from how you've acted, you are going to see it through a transformative lens. So you then have the data capacity to experience that true balance you've had in your mind. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing there with the luminaries. If this resonated at all, do let me know. If you like the whole synchronization of it, again, do let me know if you like how I synchronize it up. So we are going to move on to the tarot now. Let me just shuffle it in a way. I'll do it like this. And as I do this, let me explain a little bit something for you. So in the new year, I will be working on my Patreon. I will be working on my Patreon, and there will be 2 videos a month going on there. We will look at, let me show you. We'll be looking at the moons. So in this new calendar, you've got the exact name of each moon that we have, all right? So what we're going to do, we're going to combine a little bit of what I do in my Crypto Angles podcast using the Gematria. For each of these moons, we're going to use the Gematria. We're going to link it to the periodic table as well, because all of these, we're just elements dancing, basically. So we're going to link it to the periodic table to get a full knowing of the energies of that moon. So that will be one video that will come out once a month, and the other at the beginning of every month. So the moon video will come out when the moon comes out, and then the beginning of every month we are going to look at the exact luminaries, where they are, and how that will support you for the month. Okay, because they do change quite often. Obviously these are every 7 days, every Thursday, and I just go over kind of like what's happening. But I do want to give a little bit more to Patreon supporters, and yeah, just share how the energies will be impacting for the whole month. And then every month we'll do a little recap on how they have potentially acted out, and yeah, go over for the next month, as well as when the moon comes out, we'll go deep into the moon energy to see on a deeper energetic level of what's actually happening through the elements. So if you are interested in that, do let me know. Patreon, it will be donation based, and it will start from £4 a month, and it depends on what you'd like to donate. You can have that tier, but all tiers will have access to it all, basically. It's just I recognize not everyone is able to give a lot. £4 is probably just, like, yeah, I could probably do that. So if that's all you can do, that's absolutely fine. And if you'd like to give more, then you're more welcome to. So yes, and I will also be working on my crypto Patreon, as I do have a standard, what's it called, course to teach you technical analysis on there, and I will be getting deeper into crypto, but that will be a different tier. That's £8. However, this one, it will be just £4 to start with, and then it's donation based. I'll also be sharing, as I shuffle this, what's the energies for this cycle. I will also be sharing like how I interact with the hologram using Gematria to kind of get a better confidence in the direction my life is going in. Like, yeah, and how to really read the signs. I'll share my birth chart as well. I won't share my children's, however I will be sharing aspects on how you can look at the codings of your children and in combination with yours to get a better confidence and stance on your life, basically. So that's what the Patreon will be about, and it will be donation based. So a lot's coming through anyway, and I'd just like to show people the true technologies of this hologram. It's all numbers, and as that, the sun has come up. It's all numbers. Okay, so continue then. What is the energies of this cycle? Page of Pentacles. Fascinating. Oh, my hand's not shuffling it that way the best. That wasn't the best. Give me a clearer sign, 'cause my hand just flipped then. What's the energies of this cycle for the collective? What else do we need to know with this transformation energy of getting closer to our depth of who we are and truly transforming? I feel the sun says it all, but can we have any more confirmation, clarity? Forgive me, I do like to shuffle on camera, so you see, but I'm not the best shuffler, and I feel like I've not even gotten better, to be honest. But oh, that flipped out right way and then it flipped upside down. Can we clarify more of this Three of Pentacles energy? Any more for the collective and I? What's happening with our dreams, our visions, our goals? Do we now have the capacity to hold what we've been dreaming and visioning about? Oh, it flipped up right way and then flipped over again. So, last one to clarify this energy. Last one. Do let me know, you lot, if you would be interested. Oh, and we had the Devil in reverse. Okay. Oh, on top of the deck, the Chariot. So let me just move you lot out of the way a little more. Devil in reverse. And we'll come back to the present moment. I hope my face wasn't all up in the camera. But yeah, let's have a read anyway. So this is what I am using over the winter. It will be linked. That's when I'll just have the most time. So we had the Sun. We'll read the major arcanas last. So we'll go for the Three of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. But yeah, do let me know if you lot will be interested in that form of Patreon. Just going a little bit deeper. And yeah, any support will be grateful, and I'll give you the energy. I'll give you the energy that you'll need. I feel it just will be so helpful to just see the hologram for what it is. So anyway, we've got Three of Pentacles. So we've got, it came up upright. Yeah, we've got cooperation, teamwork, skill. Confirmation burp, excuse me. Getting the job done. Professional growth, being aware of your skills, being obsessed with detail, feeling competent. So I find it so interesting how we've had being obsessed with detail. As I was saying, this cycle, our emotions will be moving us in this way of paying attention to all of the details. Okay. So we've got getting the job done. So again, it's this transformative energy, reaching the depth of who you are, in this Aquarian energy. I feel like this skill, this professional growth, and being aware of your skills. Again, it's like speaking to me about this Scorpio energy. It's like recognizing what you truly have, the deepest aspect of you, your dreams, your intuition, your goals. Is recognizing that and bringing it in. That's what I'm kind of seeing. And it's like recognizing that will bring about this professional growth. Whether that's fully noticeable in kind of like what you're doing, or you just notice, whoa, I've kind of leveled up in what you're doing. You've also got teamwork and cooperation there, so there may be some collabs happening. Maybe some collabs happening, and you definitely feel competent. So if anyone does come in, I guess, to show you like, oh, this is the depths, or anyone comes in because you now have more of this capacity to hold what could come in. So collaborations that could come in. And again, I just feel like if it hadn't happened before, or you've been getting like these little bits and bobs like, yeah, you could do this, yeah, you could do that, but it just wasn't quite working, there wasn't much progress, is because now is the time our energy is transforming to hold to hold the data to do that. Okay. Yeah, so if you feel like you need to pay attention to details of stuff, definitely trust yourself with that one. We also have the Page of Pentacles coming up. So Page of Pentacles, and we've got realistic aims, practical approach, focus and progress, proving you're reliable, having a good effect, seeing a window of opportunity. So again, we're in this delusional Neptune energy because it's moving, it's doing the most. However, this delusion is the solution right now. Delulu is the solulu sometimes, not all the times. However, it's like, it's still realistic for you. So whatever your goals and dreams are, whatever you feel is that deepest part of you, is actually realistic. And I need you to know that it's not far out of reach, because we're all connected to everything. Just tap into that frequency you would like to experience, and wildly enough, you'd realize that your own coding aligns with that frequency. I do offer birth chart readings if you would like. So if you would like that, definitely do grab it. Oh, I didn't even do the sound bowl. Never mind, I'll do it after. So yeah, trust yourself anyway, because there's realistic aims coming in with how you can practically hold that capacity. We're shifting to more logic and reason, how our energy is moving with the moon, and we're looking at all the details and obviously how to reach these realistic goals. And an opportunity may come in. As I said, we've got the Three of Pentacles, so collaboration. We've also got a window of opportunity, so something may come in, and it's now you've got the capacity to hold that. And yeah, maybe from this consistent work, if you have been working consistently in whatever area, you've proven to yourself that you are reliable, so people can see that too, which is good. You may feel even more focused because you're like, this is the depth of who I am. I'm transforming, I'm moving forward in this energy, which will show progress in what you're doing and you're focused. So that's amazing. So we do have the Empress, the Devil in reverse. So no trickery is coming up at this time. There's a Devil. 21, isn't it? No trickery. No. 12, 15. 15, 3, 19. Just trying to grab them all. No trickery is coming in at this time anyway. So I'll read that first, and then the Emperor is 4. And the Chariot 7. I'll read Chariot last. So the Devil represents illusion, ignorance, sexual temptation, materialism, living a lie, thirst for money or power, unconscious reactions, childlike responses, being obsessed, allowing someone to manipulate you, limited perception. So that came up in reverse. So for one, you are not having childlike responses to things, you are transforming. And I feel if people are having childlike responses, just don't entertain it. They are operating within a different frequency, and you don't need to operate on that frequency. You won't be allowing anyone to manipulate you. That's not happening. Your perspective is not limited at this time. You're not even being obsessed. You're not being obsessed, so that's amazing. You're having this transformative energy. You're paying attention to the detail, your focus, but this obsession is not there, whether that's about a task, a person, it's not there. You are conscious with all your actions at this moment. You're not just reacting from an unconscious place. You're not living in an illusion. So again, I bring that up and out because Neptune can be delusional. But you're not living in an illusion. Your dreams are realistic. It's realistic, and there's no illusions happening right now. You're not being tempted. There's no trickery going on. So I feel if a collaboration or this window of opportunity comes in at this time, it's not trickery. And I do feel that there's times like opportunities may come in and you may have thought like, oh shit, that didn't even work anyway. But I feel that that may have just been part of your journey, your story to get you to where you are, you see. But definitely what's coming up now, it will be part of your journey. Even if it doesn't work out a little later on, it will be part of your journey to collect all the data that you need to continue to operate. Okay, but ultimately, it's not an illusion. If a collaboration comes in this cycle, I'll just say take the opportunity. For sure, take the opportunity. So we then have the Empress. So the Empress, we've got abundance, female vitality, sensual pleasure, nurturing, feeling good about life, connecting to nature, mothering others, creative and material reward. So I'm feeling good about life. I feel it's coming from this transformative energy, and it's cultivating your inner child. There's forward movement in your dream and your vision. So it's like you're just feeling a little bit good about it. You're getting that abundance. You're seeing progress. With the pentacles there. With this window of opportunity, this could be how you're feeling good as well, feeling that abundance, because it's no trickery that's coming in with the Empress energy. Yeah, feel female vitality. I'm on my moon time right now, so I resonate with that. And rewards, so creative and material rewards, and I just feel it's like from this potential opportunity coming in, this window of opportunity, because transformation is happening. You're having the capacity, you are beginning to see progress, you're beginning to see rewards happening. So keep going in how you're ready to transform. That's definitely what I'm gonna say. We then have the Sun. Sure, the Sun. The Sun and then the Chariot. So the Sun. The astrological infinity is the Sun. But communication, sharing happiness, joy, positive energy, creativity and growth, accomplishment in love, new friendship, feeling intellectually enlightened, being the center of attention, believing in yourself, honoring your values. So I feel this believing in yourself is coming from this transformation energy with Scorpio and Ophiuchus, and your dreams moving forward in momentum. I feel that this is this abundance, this like focus and progress that you're seeing with your Three of Pentacles, and you may feel to share this as you're transforming. Feeling just accomplished in love as well, communication. So after this transformative energy, because it's not just you transforming, it's like these are the general energies of everyone. How it will personally impact you is alignment with your own birth chart coding. So as I says, I do offer birth chart readings. It is £20 for a standard and 25 for a extended, where we look into your inner child, your card of illumination, and a little bit of your birthday numerology. Other than that, we look into all of these luminaries as the standard reading, Chiron as well, and it will be going up in January. It will be going to 25 for a standard and 20 and 30 for an extended. So if you book it in December, then it will be at that price. So do grab it while you can. And I also do accept XRP and Bitcoin if you would like to send that. XRP is a bit more efficient, but I'll just put that out there. Anyway, this opportunity, this window of opportunity, this communication, this collaboration could come from a friendship, business partner, or love. So a window of opportunity I'm seeing is coming in, and I feel, because as I said, this is happening with everyone, if like things were coming in but it didn't really work before, I feel it's because now people have that capacity, they're transforming to be able to hold that capacity to give that opportunity. Okay, so if that does come in or come up for you through friendship, through love, honor it, you know. And I feel this believing in yourself, you being the center of attention is because we're literally transforming at this point and time, and it's coming in quickly with the Chariot. It's coming in quickly with the Chariot. Don't lie. We then have the Ten of Pentacles underneath that. We then have the Ten of Pentacles underneath that. Financial fulfillment, like enjoying the luxuries of life. We won't find it, but all this energy is coming in quickly with the Chariot. It's coming in quickly. You've got the willpower, the honesty, the diligence, perseverance to truly center in these energies. That's what I'm seeing. So definitely you trust in yourself, you're determined, wanting victory, asserting your ego, so you're using your ego technology, and yeah, you've got control over your feelings and thoughts at this time with the Chariot energy. But you've definitely got diligence and willpower all up in there, perseverance at this time to truly transform and to move you forward to your dreams and goals. It's coming in quickly, and literally after this quickness coming in, you've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is full fulfillment. Like, it's the good life, traditional wealth, enjoying abundance and sticking to the tried and tested. So this is where I feel it comes through. Like, you may have tried something before and it's like you probably were shot down, but you recognize, like, no, this is my strength. So you're sticking to that, you're enjoying the good life, and you're experiencing that abundance. That's kind of what I'm seeing there. It's one long ass video. Let's come back to the present moment. If you like this, do let me know. If it resonated, take a deep breath with me. And exhale. So do let me know, of course, if any of that resonated with the tarot. I'll just leave them there so we can write on the present moment. But this transformative energy coming in is wild. So what's happening now anyway is today we have the sun entering Ophiuchus. So do keep that in mind. I did touch on it a little bit and spoke about it in my last video. And the moon is in Gemini. So as I mentioned, our ego will now be seeing through the lens of this transformative energy. Keep up your magnesium where you can as much as possible. And the moon, the mover of our emotions today, right now, we'll be moving in this Gemini energy, messages, communication. So if your emotions are moving you to communicate in a certain way, and in this way you're ready to communicate because Mercury fuels Gemini, it could also link to this Sagittarius and energy of a new focused direction with how your emotions are moving you to communicate and exchange your energy. So do keep that in mind. But with that being said, do grab yourself a Holy Days discount, 15% off both calendars and the digital copy of this one. The digital copy of this one already has 40% off, so do help yourself out, but there is 15% off for both physical and the digital of next year's calendar. Do grab a reading with me before the prices go up. I'd highly recommend if you'd like to. You also don't need to. Don't rush into anything you don't want to do. And yeah, check out Crypto Angles podcast. And with that being said, I shall see you in the next video. Angel out. Bye. Kisses.